Mrs. Ann Hawkins Gentry.
I'd rather be a brave man's widow than a coward's wife. These are the words I said upon hearing of the death of my husband, Colonel Richard Gentry, on Christmas Day of '37 in Florida, fighting the Seminoles and the future President Zachary Taylor. My name is Ann Hawkins Gentry. My husband was a great man, one of Smithton's and Columbia's first founders, Columbia's first mayor, and first postmaster general. Richard and I came to St. Louis in 1816 from Kentucky. I rode all the way there on a thoroughbred racing mare with my infant daughter Dorothy Ann riding on my lap. In 1821 we settled in Columbia, and Richard opened a tavern just off Broadway. We bought land for a farm at what is now 7th and Cherry Streets. Richard was an ambitious man with a military pedigree, and he quickly joined the Missouri militia. Consequently, he was gone for long periods of time, leaving me to tend to the farm, the tavern, the post office, oh, and raise a bunch of children along the way. But I didn't mind too much. You see, I was a Kentucky woman, and a Kentucky woman don't complain. Now, you will know our opinion, mind you, and when we can, we'll take action. And when we can't, well, we'll quiet down when we feel like it. While Richard was raising up in the ranks of the Missouri militia and the Missouri state legislature, I was taking on more responsibility at home. After Richard's untimely death, our friend Senator Thomas Hart Benton ensured that I would follow Richard's place as postmaster of Columbia. Only the second woman in the entire United States to have that distinction. And I took it very seriously, making Columbia the third most important post office in the state of Missouri. Some people, those not especially acquainted with me, weren't sure if I could do it. They'd never seen a woman postmaster before. You see, in those days, anything and everything, including money and weapons, was sent through the mail. Post offices were always at risk of being held up. But I figured I could pull a trigger as good as any man could. That revolver and a shotgun under my counter, you could say those were my primary insurance policies. Eventually, wanting more efficiency, I moved the entire operation to a building at 9th and Broadway, a two-story building that housed the post office in the front and the tavern in the back. Now, you see, back in those days, the office of postmaster was a political appointment, and every president kept me in my job for another 35 years, regardless of his particular political party. Columbia was my home, and I am so proud to have made a difference here. Gentry County is named after Richard, and in 1960, Gentry County even named a roadside park after me. In 1977, the city of Columbia rededicated its building at 7th and Broadway after me. And the good folks at Columbia Public Schools put my name on a middle school in 1993. My roots tell me that heaven must be a Kentucky kind of place. But Missouri is where I made my stand, and I couldn't have ended up in a better place. I want to thank you all for coming today, and I did want to recognize my 4th great-granddaughter who was here with roses for my gravesite.